What's up, everybody? Well, I got another video for you guys today. And today, I finally decided to upgrade my chair. There wasn't anything super wrong with my old Batman Secret Lab chair, but it was definitely making a bunch of creaks and pops. And it was even showing up in my freaking recording. So I was like, all right, I think it's about time to put it over onto the other computer. So it got demoted to the secondary computer. It's not like I'm getting rid of it or anything. But I decided to go with this Herman Logitech edition. And it is absolutely awesome. Pricey, but awesome. It's got the Logitech blue on the back. I think they call it cyan, but it's pretty adjustable. You can adjust these up and down, side to side. You just can't spin them sideways like you can on like the gamer chairs. But that's okay. I never used that function anyway. But if that's something you guys like, then you're not gonna like this chair, if that's like one of your favorite features. Let's see, the casters on the thing feel like they're gliding on a cloud, but that's probably just because they're new. But I still think they feel better. They feel better than any of the other chairs I've had. But I feel like they'll get a little bit worse once they start going around on the carpet and on the freaking hardwood floors and all that shit. But I've only had this thing for about, not even full 24 hours yet, but I just wanted to make a little video comparing it to some of the other chairs. But obviously, we're going to sit in it and compare it last because it is the best chair. So I'm gonna go hop it on out of the way, and then we'll compare all the chairs, and then I'll go and do like a super close-up of all the stuff on the chair and all that stuff at the end. So let's go and get started with the comparison. All right, well, here is the oldest chair I have, and it's the most regular kind of office chair too. Funny enough, this is, I think, about 15 or 16, no, maybe even 17 to 20 years old. I've had this since the old house and back when I didn't have a lot of money. So I found this on the freaking side of the road in my subdivision, so they were throwing it out. It smelled like perfume, didn't really care about that, so just kind of aired it out and made it not so bad. But it's got its fair share of issues. It makes huge cracking noises and whatnot. So let's see if we actually sit in it. It's not a bad, definitely not a bad seat. It doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. I could sit in this thing just fine. Let's see if I can get it to make those noises. No? Okay. Yeah, usually it would make huge popping noises if you kind of did this shit. And I have ADD, so I always am like doing this shit on my chairs. But definitely not uncomfortable. Does all the normal stuff a chair would do, like go backwards a little bit. You can make it go up and down. You can lock it so you don't go back. Definitely not bad for a side of the road chair at all. It actually kind of has the most comfortable padding out of anything I've used still. Although I kind of smushed the padding over the years. It was already pretty well worn when I got it, but still, definitely not bad for a freebie, but definitely the one that is going to get axed now. I'm just going to give it to my mom. She said, oh, I'll take it. Still good, better than the chair I've got over there. So I was like, all right, cool. So now on to the next chair. All right, next up is the first decent chair I ever got. I think this thing was like $250, $300. It's an E-Win. It's seen better days, but it's also pretty old at this point too. It is also from the old house, but as you can see, its bottom is all worn out. Misty has decided to start climbing all over it like a freaking psycho, but hey, at least she's left the freaking Batman chair alone, so she better not start messing with the Batman chair. But I'm gonna leave this thing where it normally is, so hopefully she'll just keep messing with it. But it was a damn good chair while I was using it. Now it's kind of just gonna be the Alienware laptop chair. And then, like I said, I'm gonna get rid of that other one that I've been using for a really long time that I found on the side of the road. But this thing's not too bad. It's still comfortable to sit in and whatnot, even though it looks gross. But honestly, I would say the freebie has more cushioning and feels nicer. I mean, this one's not bad. It's not the worst thing I've ever sat in, but definitely not as comfortable as the freebie. But it does have the cool things like this. I like never use that shit. After a while, yep, this thing kind of just came off, so that's kind of nice. But other than that, it can still, if you hold on to it, oh, you can kind of, sort of, sometimes get it to lock in place. Luckily, I kind of always want it down there, so it's no big deal. This one still works properly. But luckily, I never use those. I leave them the way they are. Let's see here. As far as sounds, nope, this one's not making any bad noises. Yeah, either. That's not too bad. Let's see here. If you take that off, you can, I guess, well, maybe not. I thought I undid it. Yeah, this thing does not. Oh, it goes back. It's just really hard. I must have that, what you call it. There's some little thing that you can twist to make it harder to push back since I didn't want to go back. It's got a little pillow, but it doesn't really do anything. I mean, my head hits and it goes back behind my neck. I mean, if I put it there, I can use it, but not the most comfortable pillow. Cool that it's there, but I can see why a lot of people just take it and throw it out in their freaking closet and say, hey, it is what it is. But I think that's about that for the E-Win. So now we can move on to the next chair. All right, now for the Batman chair. This used to be on the main PC up until literally just today, and it's still in pretty damn good condition. It's about, I want to say, 3 to 4 years old at this point. Still no cuts in any of the leather. None of the things are ripped or anything. The only thing I've had to do is I did have to replace the armrests. They were cracked and started like not cutting into me, but just irritating the heck out of me whenever I put my hand or elbow on the freaking thing. So I was like, nope, let's get rid of that. So I fixed that. Unfortunately, over time, one of the freaking things started wobbling around one of the arms. Other than that, though, it's been pretty good. And then making a bunch of noises. That's the main reason I was getting rid of it. Now this one would probably be the second, but not including the, what you would call it, new chair I just got. This is probably the second most comfortable chair. I'd still say the Freebie is more comfortable than this though. I mean, it's not uncomfortable as a lot of people say though, but it definitely doesn't have a lot of cushioning for the butt. These guys have an all right amount of cushioning, but let's see, is it this? It's this one. See how this one just kind of like, this one moves around a little bit, but this one like lifts up. Yeah, so this one's a little messed up, but it's not the end of the world. All the stuff still works on them, and you can hit these and turn them in if you want. Again, I never used that shit. And then just like the E-Win, you can like lean it back. Let's see, if I can remember how to use my own damn chairs, I almost never use this stuff. Well, it can lean back, but apparently it's also stuck in don't do that mode. Oh, well, yeah, apparently it didn't like that. Let's put that back. So yeah, I don't know. I know it's not broken. I just don't know how that shit works anymore because I, again, never use that on this chair. I wanted it to be locked. I actually like how the new one kind of lets you go back. It molds to your back, has really nice cushioning. Definitely the most comfortable chair, the new one. But speaking of that, let's go actually check it out and look over it all nice. Well, sit in it first and then check it all out. And then I think that's probably about it for this video. There's a plethora of already better videos than this for reviews and whatnot on the chair. It's been out for like 2-3 years, I think, already. So on to the main star of the show. All right, so now let's take a sit in this thing. And yeah, this one feels real nice. I like this. I can already feel like I could sit in this thing for a really long time. I kind of wish these were a little more comfortable, but they still got like a little bit of cushioning. I think that'll do. And feels really smooth side to side, back and forth. Like everything about this thing does feel really premium, although it better for how much it costed. Although I still miss having a headrest, so I think I will get that Atlas thing for another $180 or whatever it is. I think it's $190 actually, but it is what it is. I'd rather it be a completely perfect chair than be like 95% of the way there, you know? Yeah, very, very, very nice. I can see why people definitely like this chair. But now, why don't we go ahead and just take a closer look at it just for fun. I know there's plenty of other videos that have already done that, but I feel like doing it too. All right, sorry if it's a little shaky. I took the camera off the tripod, but it's got a, like, almost like a nylonish kind of cloth feel to it. It's not leather. This is like, feels like rubber, so that's kind of cool. That's like the little Logitech symbol. If we get a little closer so you guys can see it, focus in on it. Doesn't really want to focus perfectly on that, but it never really liked focusing on black. I don't know why, but same thing for that. Now, this thing has little handles on the side here where you can pull on them and you can extend this out if you want it to have more area, if you're a little larger or whatever. I had to move it out just a hair. Like in its stock form, it was not even quite big enough for me, and I'm not exactly a big guy. You can pull on this to make it graze up and forward. That, I believe, is the tension for, or actually no, I remember what this does. This makes it so you can tilt. And then this is the tension for this. Now I'm not honestly quite sure what this little cord thing here is for, to be perfectly honest. But here's the little cool, weird, meshy stuff. And let's see, we can even have a look at the casters, why not? That one's in the light better. So even premium casters. And then let's see, here's the rest of that. I don't know if you guys can really see. But even the cloth bottom has kind of the same kind of thing as the back. It's slightly different, but it's very similar. But very premium chair, I like it. But why don't we go ahead and wrap this video on up. Well, all right, guys, that's a wrap for this little video on my new chair here. And apparently there's a 5070 Ti I don't want available. But anyway, so this chair is absolutely epic. I don't know if it's really like worth the price to everybody, but it is to me. Just from the one day of sitting in it, it feels like great. So as long as it lasts and holds together, it'll be pretty awesome. And I also like that it takes up, hey, you stop burning all my weed away. I also like the fact that it's like small. Since I don't have a lot of room over here, I kind of like that. The other one, I was always worried I was gonna get too close to something and put a tear in the back of it or something like this, but with this one, not really worried. Frickin' thing just did not want to stop burning my frickin' weed away. Probably still won't. I'm gonna turn my back and it's gonna be like, nope. But anyway, it's probably not the best video in the world, but I just wanted to make a quick little video. I had quite a few people asking like, how come I have such a cheap chair? And I'm like, I don't really see a $580 chair being cheap like the Secret Lab, but hey, if it was something like that looked like the Ewin, I could totally understand. People like, dude, why do you have like a bunch of $4,000, $5,000 computers, but then you sit in like a chair that looks like that? But the Batman chair never looked that bad, but apparently this thing was just way better. And now that I've sat in it, I see why people were always like, dude, why don't you have one of these? And I'm like, well, now I do, and now I really like it. Anyway though, obviously, if you guys have any questions, obviously ask, but I feel like most people are probably gonna already know about this chair or be able to go someplace else and find a lot more info, but I can still answer questions if people ask them. It's fun. But in any case, that's all for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.